The sun is unrelenting. Its rays beat down on the docks of Canonico, but the people pay it no mind. A woman walks along the docks. It's not very busy, there's a handful of people. Ships scattered about the docks, only a few warehouses. Pepper along the planet. A woman walks along the docks, her eyes searching for something in particular. Her red hair is down, kept out of her face with a piece of cloth tied around her head. A star-patterned shirt underneath a worn leather corset. Her dark pants are mostly covered in brown boots that reach her mid-thigh. She seems to find what she's looking for as she approaches a ship that's towards the end of the dock, secluded away from the rest. This ship stands proud and tall, long masts holding billowing sails, little hexagonal patterns along the fabric. Some type of enchantment as it billows in the faint breeze. The wood lining on the ship is dark and pristine, with a calligraphy along the side of the ship. Beetlejuice. Various crew members wander along the deck, loading up boxes and seemingly restocking supplies. An arachnid-like woman stands beside the plank, leading onto the ship. Dressed in simple clothes, an overcoat, a hat shading her many eyes from the sun. All four of her arms are hard at work, one of them giving and pointing directions, sending certain crew members here and there, loading boxes onto the ship, taking some off. Another holds a clipboard as she glances down, another one's writing, while another one just simply rests on her hip over a pistol that rests there. Excuse me, are you Captain Tula? All eight eyes dart over to this woman. Yeah? What's it to you? Well, my name's Penelope. I was told that you're hiring. I was told that I could talk to you for a crew. I'm looking to hire a crew. Captain Tula just stares her down. The woman is an imposing presence. She stands 8 feet tall easily. Her arachnid-like body stretched down. She just stares Penelope down, and Penelope is kind of shifting awkwardly under her gaze. It's a very long moment, and Penelope thinks that she's going to get turned away when Captain Tula passes along the clipboard to someone else, and two of her arms motion towards the plank. Let's talk. Hello everyone, welcome to Finding Ithaca! This is a little Starfinder podcast about hunting for treasure, based heavily on Treasure Planet and Titan AE. I am your GM, Depthe, like the ocean. You can find me on all things via Katic Bonnie. I am joined by these lovely players today. Madeleine, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Madeleine. I'm known as the Goose Girl online, known for my silly goose antics, and I am playing Astro, the Ysoki Evolutionist, aka the possum who is awesome. Yeah.
Very good. Christian.
Hi, hello everybody. Hi, my name is Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba, all over the internet. So my pronouns are he, him. I'm a TTRPG performer and educator in the space, and I am playing Quinn Garou, Vesk Envoy.
Phenomenal. Lay.
Hello, I am Lay, also known as Nightly or Nightly Cosplay online. I am playing Vain, which is a Damai Witchwarper, and it's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, it is. Wasa.
G'day everyone, my name is Wasa. I use all the pronouns. You can find me on Wasabote online. I am playing Innochi the android, who also uses any pronouns. They are a technomancer, so super keen.
Very cool. Last but not least, Puja.
Hello, everybody. I am Puja, and I am here tonight playing Baaghi, the Pahtra, aka, well, in this case, White Tiger Operative, and Sneaky Nerd.
Sneaky
Oh,
nerd.
yes, Baaghi's pronouns are she, her, and so are mine.
Phenomenal. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. Last we left off, you had all arrived at Canonico. Trade planet, lots of ships, lots of docks, lots of people. You all came from your respective whereabouts throughout the galaxies after receiving Elisi, which are the coordinates to Ithaca, fated treasure long since hidden by Captain Penelope herself. And as you all made your way onto the planet, found the hidden puzzle, and completed it, you are then interrupted by one of Quinn's companions saying that there are people docking this planet and are being very quick to search for Lisi Guardians. Now, we last left off with all of you leaving. What? Just to remind me and remind everyone, what are we doing? Who's going to do what?
If I can find their names, my names are my crew, real quick.
I believe some of us were going to ships.
Yes,
Mhm.
I'm just telling my crew on my ship via like an earpiece, just going like,
Mhm.
wait, what's the planet we have to go to next? What's the coordinates? I can't remember.
The planet that you came to find out is Ruxen, a planet called Ruxen.
Ruxen. Okay, cool. I'm basically telling them to meet me on Ruxen. I will issue the coordinates. Just meet me there. I will find a way off this rock. I always do. It's fine. And then I look at the rest of these ne'er-do-wells with me.
Luna's at the radio. She almost always is, and there's a very long pause. You want us to leave you here?
Just go. Once Irving gets back on the ship, you go. Got it?
Okay.
Do you trust me?
Yes, of course I do. I just... That's all...
Then you'll do as I say. Got it?
Alright. Not even as like we can provide a distraction. We can blow something up.
We don't need to do property damage. We don't need to. I wouldn't want to lessen our reputation trying to get away from that reputation.
Alright. Comms kind of click shut. What are the rest of you doing?
I think I'm guiding everyone to my bin truck.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to get.
Alright.
I have to get my booster seat first, so I'm getting that.
Oh, yes, and Baaghi was going to go get materials and stuff from her ship and also send it back on autopilot back home.
So,
All right. So, if is there anything that you all are doing in particular as you make your way to the ships? Or are you just trying to act like as casual as possible? Are you sneaking? What's...
the question that I have is, has it been explained to the party that, like, the level of danger this is? Because in character, like, Innochi does not understand still that this is, like, I'm being hunted because I'm an Elisi Guardian and I need to be quiet or anything. Because otherwise Innochi would just be, we are going to my bin truck, and then...
It's been explained out loud thanks to
Quinn...
Baaghi and Quinn's conversation, that like the person that's on this planet, the person's forces that are on this planet are bad news, like real bad.
Yes, we did have that conversation about Caroline Jackson.
Yep.
And so we were going to try to get away.
Post haste.
Post haste, yes. That being said, Baaghi is just going to walk like Baaghi always does by virtue of being a big cat. She is just generally like, you don't mess with big cats when they're going from a place to another place. Like, that's just bad. Don't do it. So, yeah, Baaghi's just gonna like look how she always does, which is like she has somewhere to be and she has things to do, and also keep the badge visible.
Alright.
So that it's, you know, people know, like, let's not get in the way of the Sioni.
And
so is everyone...
I'm gonna be.
Sorry, you go.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be using my disguise, aka just changing the color of my scales, a la chameleon, and just been blending in with the surroundings more as I walk the path of most resistance, I guess.
All right.
And we've been informed to like hide our things as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will wear my big engineering gloves and carry something. I will offer to carry Astro's booster seat.
Oh, thank you. That's real nice of you.
All right. I would like you, Quinn, to roll a stealth.
I can't roll a disguise.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Everyone else, because from what I understand, you're not taking a particular effort to hide. Everyone else can roll.
I'm running as fast as I can, like I'm in a hurry. I have a sense of urgency. Possums can run up to 8 miles per hour. My goal is to drop one fun possum fact each game.
I love this.
That's so good.
I want to basically, I just kind of want to book it. Like, you know, it's a busy like planet. So, you know, seeing someone in a hurry isn't like, I don't think it's going to cause attention because I need to run to get my booster seat. So I'm just going to run to grab it and then run back to meet with Innochi and give it to them.
All right. Then yes, I'm gonna have everyone roll bluff checks, just because I said so.
Okay.
Love that.
I was like, I'm not lying. I am busy.
I am busy trying to escape.
This to explain. This is a roll to see if you can pass by as just a normal person and staying out of view enough. Because as you exit this alleyway, you see that there is quite a number of people canvassing the souls. They're asking all of the, like, soul keeps, they're asking all of the employees, they are going around talking to a lot of people. So this is kind of more of a way to avoid them without seeming suspicious. So, what did everyone get?
I got 4 depth.
21.
I got a dirty 20.
I also got a dirty 20.
I got 15.
Oh my god.
So, you all kind of branch off, a lot of you going that didn't need to go to your respective ships, following Innochi to their very old ship. It's big enough to fit you all, but it's an old ship, that's all I'm going to say. I will say, there are other ships on this dock. That's all I'm gonna say. But Astro, as you're running, you're in a very big hurry to get your booster seat. You're kind of, that's all you're focused on. Get to your ship, grab your booster seat, and you are so focused on kind of weaving between legs that you're not really paying attention to what's happening behind you when someone like accidentally stands on your tail as they kind of like walk along.
Mhm.
And you bring some attention to yourself as this person looks down at you, not seemingly a part of the crew that's kind of going around and looking, but attention is brought to you as he kind of like jumps at feeling that he stepped on something.
Yeah.
And looks down at you. Sorry.
I look up at him and show all my teeth.
He kind of lets out a startled yelp, which does draw the attention of some of Caroline's men that are kind of standing off there holding little discs that show holograms. You're very familiar with this device, Christian. And you see they're flipping through two specific images. One is a woman, very young woman, blonde hair, and the second one you see is Quinn.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
And they're kind of going around, and he spots you, kind of sees the kind of hassle that happened. He's a short, stocky person, so it was easy for him to spot. He's already low to the ground. Dwarven in musculature, has very short, frizzy hair that's kind of just in a mini kind of puffball. Dressed decently, not too good, not too bad, but kind of gives you a shout. Hey, you!
What?
Awesome. Come here.
I'm kind of busy right now. I gotta go get my booster seat.
Where you going?
Like I said, I'm going to get my booster seat so I can go to one of these here restaurants and sit at the table like a big boy.
Roll me another bluff.
Big boy.
Oh, actually, no, this would be diplomacy. Sorry. This would be diplomacy.
Like a
Roll me
big boy.
diplomacy.
It's a natural 20.
My child.
Like a big boy.
Hey, very good.
He's no longer a baby anymore.
He kind
Astro's
of like
forever baby.
Yeah.
softens a little bit, kind of reflecting on the fact that he spoke so gruffly to this just little guy. He's like, kind of like a member, like, why the fuck am I speaking so aggressively to this kid? Because, right, sorry. Do you know what? I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Do you know anyone that's and like holds up? Have you seen anyone that looks like this?
Astro kind of like squints, and part of me is like, you know how it's like you have face blindness a little bit? It's like, I mean, I've seen a bunch of lizards. I see a bunch of pretty blonde ladies. But I've seen those two.
Thank you for... Here? On this planet?
Not to my recollection, nah.
He kind of like steps back and walks off. Christian, were you wanting to say something?
No.
Oh no,
I'm
I thought you were like raising your
I'm
hand.
scratching my
and I was
nose.
like,
Because, like, I just love the door. I was like, why am I being so mean to this person?
Sometimes it hits you. Sometimes it hits you in the moment. How much of an asshole you're being.
Wow, I'm being a dick.
But in saying that, as you kind of rush past, Astro, you do hear very faintly on the telecoms. The tracker's moving. We gotta go. Split. Oh no, blah, blah, blah. That's not what he says. It's something along the lines of like, the tracker's moving. We need to head out. Regroup.
Huh. Grab my booster seat.
And as you all make your way Everyone rolled really well, so you will make it to Innochi's ship with no mishaps. But as you make your way to the ship, you're all conglomerated there together. You do see in the distance you see one traditional sea ship followed by a lot of smaller pods, and this brings us, it's very eye-catching to a point that you can guess that it wasn't here when you all first landed, so it's easy to kind of figure out these are the newcomers that are kind of hunting people down specifically.
Okay.
I will take the booster seat and put it in the pilot seat.
Thank you.
Alright.
There's no problem.
It's a small fit. Innochi ship is not quite big enough to hold such a large party of people. It's very much 4 at most, so it's a bit of a tight fit that there's 5 of you in here. But you all make your way, you leave the planet with no one seems to be following you. No one seems to have noticed that you are taking off and heading out. But you do see Caroline's men also heading out. But they're ahead of you. They seem to be following something. But for now, the danger has passed. You are on your way to your next set of coordinates. You have some time to kill.
So which one of you is Tracker?
I don't understand.
Baaghi immediately looks at Quinn. I don't know. Why don't you start by telling us?
Looks over to Baaghi. If I'm gonna be here, might as well tell a story. Well, Caroline entrusted a task to me, looking for a simple girl, which confused me at first, but then upon meeting this girl, quickly found out that she was a Lisi guardian, and by find out, I mean she headbutted the fuck out of me, and well, like lifts his hand up to reveal the mark, and now I've gotten burdened with that responsibility. So I need to find a magical treasure so that I can get Caroline off my back. So there you go.
Does she know what happened?
I'm going to assume no, because they are all statement with the two. The one was me, the other one was that girl. So I'm assuming
Was she
they
blonde?
don't know. Yes. Yeah? No. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, she was.
Oh yeah, then they're still looking for her.
Yeah. But she disappeared as soon as she gave me the mark. So looking for her is kind of a crapshoot. I don't know where she went. Now that I have it, I'm sure they're going to be looking for me, or they're just looking for me in general. And
so Caroline just think you absconded in the middle of a job.
Just bounced on the job.
Okay. Interesting. That she cares so much.
I mean,
you would think in that line of work people disappear without a trace all the time.
Caroline likes to keep people in line. Keep people in front of her. Never beside or behind her. I mean, that's what kept her alive as a criminal boss so long, I guess. So, I'm assuming she's looking for anybody with marks. Which we all have.
But she should have no reason to expect any of us would be with you.
This is true.
If she even knows who we are.
She's very quick with information. I don't know how she's ahead of us, but she's ahead of us. She was leaving before we were. Or her goons were leaving before we were, so.
And going where?
Hopefully not the same place we were, you know? Hopefully.
Well, luckily, and Baaghi will gesture to Innochi, because I cannot remember if Baaghi if Innochi said their name out. Yes. Luckily, our friend here has provided us with
A method of transportation.
and a hell of a cover.
I don't think we got our savior's name, did we?
Oh yes. What would you like us to call you?
My identification is SN1940-WD-INNOCHI.
Well, I'm not gonna remember all that. That's dumb.
Is
The
there any part of that you would like us to call you?
I've been called many names. I believe that Innochi is the most common of all of them.
Do
Just
you,
like looking at all that, and then smushing it, like, oh, yeah, makes sense, yeah.
do you like to be called Innochi?
I don't have any feelings about preferences for identification.
Well, fair enough. But, of course, let us know if you change your mind at any point.
There's like the little, like the gimbal in the eyes kind of like buffers a little bit in that.
Yeah.
And then it's just like a nod. Okay.
It's like a DOS loading
Amazing.
circle.
What are your identifications? I did not ask.
I am Baaghi of the Sioni.
Quinn. Just call me Quinn.
Well, howdy do there. I am Astro MacCleod. I'm an astronaut. I also have a dad. His name's Clarence. Yeah, it's all about me. I'm from Houston, Texas.
And I'm Vain.
Just Vain.
Just Vain.
It has been logged. Gimbal eyes loads it up.
So, Vain kicks their feet up onto the dashboard and kind of relaxes back into the... Well, to pass time, we could sing a song.
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back.
We just did it.
Nothing like
We just-
country boy like we can.
We started. Okay.
In the sun, early in the sack. Thank God I'm a country boy.
I was joking.
Okay,
That
never
was-
mind then. I'll
That
stop.
was the fastest. God, I feel like their song was brimming in them from jump, and they were just waiting for a chance to sit. They were like, you just gave them the starting gun. Wow.
Not to diss on your song. It was lovely, but I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
So you said you were an astronaut from...
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever heard of Houston, Texas before.
Yeah, it's from a planet called Earth.
Do I know what Earth is? Do I know what Earth is?
It was
Roll for
Fuck
it,
it.
sure.
Roll for Earth.
Roll for Earth. Earth check.
Roll me a
Culture?
yes. Let's do culture.
That's a culture. Culture is it's in alphabetical order, Christian. There you go. It's 26.
26.
Yeah.
You've heard of Earth. Earth is where Captain Penelope's from. That's what you know about Earth.
Mhm.
You know also that a lot of the humans are from Earth. Once they started leaving Earth, they kind of spread out a lot and kind of dispersed. So a lot of the humans will be from Earth, or like descended from people who came from Earth.
Gotcha. Oh, so you from Penelope's neck of the woods?
I guess so.
You guess so, or you know so?
Well, I mean, all I know about Earth is that it's big,
Mhm.
and there's a bunch of different cities. Like,
Houston, Texas, I'm assuming?
yeah, Houston, Texas is one. There's Dallas, Texas. There's Grapeland, Texas. There's El Paso, Texas. There's a lot of places to go on Earth.
Gotcha. Okay. Sure. When's the last time you were in Texas?
A while ago, I don't know, maybe a few. I think I was just thinking about it. I don't really have a concept of time, really. Probably a few, if we're counting it by sleeps. Maybe like I had a big long sleep, and then about 65 short ones.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. Big long sleep and 65 other sleeps. Interesting. Okay. And while you were on Earth, did you hear anything about Captain Penelope, or is that?
No, not really. I haven't. Most of what I heard was about a presidential election. That was about it.
Presidential election. Interesting.
Who was running for president?
Well, there was a nice young boy named John F. Kennedy.
Wow. John F. Kennedy.
I could find out a date with some time to do research.
Oh,
I'm sure our archives could give you something.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
I guess you'd have to look up when a John F. Great name, John F. Kennedy was running for president of Texas.
Apparently.
What does the F stand for?
I don't know. Maybe Frisco?
Usually fucking.
Oh.
Fucking?
Oh.
John
Usually.
fucking
John
Kennedy.
fucking Kennedy.
Hey,
Well,
that
that has
sounds
a
like
nice
that sounds like my kind of presidential candidate. John fucking Kennedy? I'm here for it. That sounds great.
I mean, he did not do a lot of it.
I mean,
He was certainly salacious. That's
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, my brain blue screen. What were we doing?
Getting to know each other. That's pretty much.
each other.
Enough about me. I want to know more about my new friend.
Whoa. I'm curious to know how everyone got their marks. If it's not too much to ask.
Had a situationship.
I don't know what that
Situationship.
means.
I don't know what that is.
So, we weren't together,
Mm-hmm.
but we weren't not together.
Right. So you were half together.
We were, yeah.
Oh, wait, I'll fix that. You were situationally together.
We were situationship together.
Gotcha. Okay.
What does together mean in this case? It could mean many things, so clarification might be helpful.
Like,
Were you fucking like Kennedy?
Fucking.
No. God, no. I was studying. I mean, at one point I was kind of helping bandage them up.
Oh.
But yeah.
So you were two strangers thrown together for a particular situation that did not involve fucking.
No.
And then you ended up with the Lacey Guardian marks.
Yes.
Oh.
See, you got it.
That sounded much more complicated than it was.
Listen, that's why I just decided to stick with situationship. What about you?
Who are you asking?
Baaghi.
Oh,
we're just talking.
We were all talking. I heard, I came on behalf of the Sioni to find out more concrete information about the hunt for Ithaca, and I went to the third planet? Listrak? I went to the third planet, which, if we, fourth planet. I went to the fourth planet. Okay, hold on. Blah, 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 blah. Rewinding, because we can do that! Oh, we are punch drunk tonight. Well, the Sioni have, as you may know, have detailed records. At least they keep the records that they have been able to corroborate. And when it comes to the hunt for Ithaca, they only have information about the first 3 checkpoints. There was rumor about a 4th one in Listrak, so I went there to see if there was any weight to it. And while there, I met a lovely, lovely Lacey Guardian who, while delighted in his search, had essentially wanted to retire and spend the rest of his life with his wife, and it was very sweet. And so he passed on the search to me. There was no situation. Well, I suppose that is a situationship by your definition.
I guess it's a situationship that you weren't technically involved with.
Well, no, the situationship was we met. It was a situation, and I got these markings. So yes, another situationship.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and what about you, Noki?
Still no fucking.
No fucking.
But,
There was a client at the planet that I reside in, and they required something to be fixed. We did not have the parts, so I went to travel to a nearby junkyard, and that is where I met an Lacey Guardian. We had a conversation. We shook hands, and now I have this.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that is defined as a situationship as well.
Oh, okay.
It's like the lightest situation.
well, but the definition we were provided,
Yes, it is. From the definition, you are correct.
Yeah, context.
A casual encounter is a situationship.
Yeah, context clues-wise, that is a situationship. Yeah. All right, Astro, how did you get your mark?
Oh, well, I think my dad died, and that's how I got it.
That's a different situation than everyone else's ship.
Oh yes, that was not a complete stranger.
Well,
so I'm sorry, that doesn't.
Yeah, well, he
count
wasn't
as
my real dad.
situationship.
I don't know my real dad. He was like after the long sleep. When I woke up, he was there, and I don't know. We just became palm son, and then the bugmen came, and he said to keep running, and he gave me a kiss on the forehead, and I went to the ship, and I haven't seen him since. So I think he's dead.
Just
DM, does GM, does Bugman mean anything to Baaghi?
The Bugman.
It's
Oh yeah, okay.
Bugman.
Well, in which case...
You could guess that they're referring to certain species.
Mm.
There's a lot of different kinds of species that would fall under Bugman.
Okay. What did these Bugmen come for? You?
No, it came from my pa. Because he was the one that had it before me.
Oh. Baaghi will look at Quinn. Are any of the folks on Caroline's payroll Bugmen?
There's
There's a few.
You can think of a few at the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, do I get to name them?
You don't know them well enough to know them by
Sure.
name. These are more kind of just people that you've seen in passing under Caroline's payroll. So whether that be when you were approaching her planet and seeing them as guards, or seeing them in a meeting with her as they're walking out and you're walking in. You've seen a few around Caroline, but you don't know any personally.
I ask because before I left, I was warned that Caroline Jackson had sent her henchmen to look for Ithaca. So I'm curious if that could be a connecting factor here.
I wouldn't be surprised. Caroline's got a bunch of people in her employ, including a few mercenary bugs. Some bodyguards, some are searchers. I'm sure that the young girl, isn't the only one that they were looking for. I just happen to be the receiver during that request. But I'm sure she's been looking for at least Sea Guardians from Jump.
Yeah.
Oh.
Astro?
Yeah?
Are you okay?
I don't know. I'm not, like, familiar with the concept of okay. I mean, after the long sleep, I couldn't talk before the long sleep. And then after I woke up from the long sleep, I could talk. Like the way in the way that the scientists down in Houston would talk to me.
So you were not, I don't know if sentient's the right word, but
Awaken?
you were not speaking like the rest of us?
Nuh-uh.
Oh.
Interesting. Well, if you don't know what okay is, do you know if are you in distress?
Can I tell you what I am feeling? And maybe we can work that out?
Absolutely.
Well, I know I have two big feelings right now. One, I'm excited to meet other people who have the same mark as me, and I'm real happy that I'm not going to be doing this alone because I didn't want to do it alone anyway. And then I have this other feeling, and I don't know what it is, but when I feel it, my heart starts roaring, and I can see the faces of the bug man, and there was a human guy too, and all I can think about is like taking my little paws and just destroying them, biting them, taking them down.
Okay, so that feeling
Uh-huh.
is rage or anger.
Oh.
A little bit of wrath in there, a little bit.
If the guardian who gave you the symbols was like a father to you, it's a very normal feeling to have.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Well, I guess that's all of us?
Yeah.
Innochi, as you're kind of, I'm assuming
I'd
that
let
you're piloting.
Astro. I'm co-pilot to Astro at this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
Astro is piloting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Astro, as you were piloting with your
My
boost
Lego
speed and your
hands.
little paws,
Lego hands.
you have there's like a navigation system, and you see that the planet that you need to get to is about 6 days away.
Oh.
So, Innochi would know that you do not have enough fuel to get there in one trip, and you also just do not have the supplies. You have no food on this ship, whatsoever. There's nothing. This ship is driven by an android who doesn't need anything that
It's okay, I can just eat the trash.
everyone else needs.
This is fair. Fair point.
Yeah.
Baaghi did bring everything supplies-wise that was on her ship, but that was supplies for one person.
Is there a
Yeah.
pit
No,
stop?
all my
with those
supplies are on my
supplies-
other ship.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I guess then I'll turn to Innochi and be like, Innochi, I'm just letting you know, it says our next location is going to take us about 6 days to get there, and I'm just wondering where your nearest trash receptacle is in case I get hungry.
The realization then hits that people eat, that individuals require sustenance outside of these things, and it's like, is there a nearby planet, like a pit stop, like the equivalent of, the gas station for the long trips kind of thing?
Yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple of like refueling space stations that you'll find just scattered everywhere. They're kind of one of those stations where you can just find them wherever. If you just keep driving in a straight line long enough, you will find one. Or there's like certain planets that you can look up.
Yeah, I think Innochi will go to the group and ask what their like dietary and organic requirements are for, because this is outside of the scope of their general travels.
I'm a big fan of muck.
I don't think I know what that is.
See, muck is this gray blob of soup. And it is delicious. It is a delicacy on my planet. You just kind of get a spoon and you slurp it up.
And its name is Muck?
Muck, yes. Have you heard of it?
Roll culture. We're just gonna roll culture check real quick. Yeah, no.
I would like to do the same.
Sure.
That's a dirty 20, so I do know what Muck is.
Ooh.
I'll tell
25.
Amazing. Baaghi, you would know just from your studies. You know a lot about the Damai and their culture and their planet. It's like, it's not something that you would think of at the top of your head, but once they explain it, like, the information comes to you like, oh yes, no, I've heard of this. Quinn, you knew one of a passerby, kind of in the criminal ring, who was a Damai. He loved that stuff. It smelled horrendous,
but it slaps.
I had a Muck savant friend of mine. Couldn't get enough. He wouldn't stop talking about it. I totally understand the love of it. It's not for me personally. I have a much more delicate palate than what Muck can provide me. It's a little overpowering for me.
That's fair. That's fair.
But hey, if we find Muck, it means more for you.
Yes.
We have several options. Either these small pit stops, or we can go to a nearby planet. You just have to keep conscious of the amount of space, and Innochi will look, and the way that Innochi looks at things, like, you can kind of still tell it's like, I can remove this and make more space, but it's like, Innochi, you don't need to breathe. These people do.
Just like looking at those oxygen tanks, like, I can't take that out.
Well, this is kind of a random question, but is there a nearby planet where we can perhaps trade for an actual space-faring vessel that might have things like quarters and a kitchen.
Nah.
Because Baaghi's thinking it might be a good idea to lose the vehicle we left the planet on.
Yeah.
Definitely second that idea immediately.
And also something faster. Because I think Baaghi also knows that 6 days is probably a long time for this trip, and we're probably being slowed down, which is also not helpful when being chased.
Baaghi, I will say, just because, if I recall correctly, you said that you got a bunch of maps.
I did, yeah, I took everything, because Baaghi would have brought everything, especially given that we know what the first 4 checkpoints are. So all of the maps, the coordinates, because Baaghi spent that entire morning before taking off just gathering resources and supplies.
You would have pretty detailed maps of all of the areas surrounding the planet, so you know around Canonico specifically, because Canonico is such a giant when it comes to trading. There isn't a lot for a while because Canonico just runs them out of business, because it's just a matter of just everything's here. Why do you need to go to this tiny planet that's
fair enough
a day away? So you probably, when it comes to finding a place that would sell travel faring ships, you probably kind of like scour over them. There would be one probably about a day or two into your travels. It's a little bit out of the way, so it's like if you keep going but then take a little bit of a detour, there's there's a planet that has all the information. It's a pretty average planet, a part of a very small system.
Okay.
But
yeah. In which case, Baaghi would suggest, of course, if we need to make a stop for food before, of course, we should. But it might be worth it to go a little bit out of the way to get a better ship.
I agree, 100%. No offense, Innochi.
Especially if we plan on going.
And I'm sure
it is completely functional for myself, but not necessarily.
It is a functional ship, but we need a little bit more fun in the functional.
The O2 tanks are low, I understand.
Maybe that's why. Okay, that might be why I'm getting a little dizzy. We will need more of that to live.
Yes.
If we're gonna be partnered up, we all gotta live.
I will take all of this into consideration.
Yes.
Thank you. But if we can find a shipyard or anything like we can trade this bad boy in for something else, I can handle a lot of that conversation.
All right.
Sounds good.
So it doesn't take very long. It's a few hours before you find your first kind of space station pit stop type of area. This one is about medium size. So the space station's kind of pit stop areas. This one in particular is just this one long disc, and you see kind of different areas for different. These ones seem to be more. What's the word I'm looking for? Varied, so you can kind of spot towards the bottom it has fuel intakes, like fuel top-ups, where you can fill up your fuel. There's ones where it kind of looks like a bit of a food court, and then towards the top you actually see an inn, kind of in big neon lights, has vacancy, and so it's just 3 separate, kind of a one-stop shop of a space station. You park it, but it is at that moment that there is a radio transmission coming into the ship. Kiki?
Hello, maintenance unit.
Where are you?
I provide the coordinates of where I am.
Kiki, why are you in the middle of nowhere?
You have your task and you are completing it. I have no tasks.
So you just leave and take
You
my
have no
ship?
license. You cannot drive this vehicle.
It's my ship, Kiki, and you are my... Just come home. Now, please.
I have a task to complete, and Kiki will turn off the the radio.
Are we all here for that?
You all hear that.
That was punk as
We
fuck.
got a rebel on our hands. Okay. All right.
Is that your paw?
I don't have a Kiki. He knows. I do not have a PA. That is the maintenance unit that is tasked to ensure that I am still functional. However, most of those duties I perform on myself. So those abilities are not valuable for someone who can perform them on themselves.
Damn.
Fair enough. How did you end up with Kiki? Oh no, you were Kiki. Sorry. How did you end up with the maintenance?
Where I reside, and then we'll put up the location of the junk, like the junkyard. Maintenance units frequently are provided to me. So this was simply another maintenance unit that was tasked with myself.
I know you said you don't really experience feelings, but that sounded kind of snippy. That was kind of snapped at them. They seemed like they were concerned, but
Was this not your favorite maintenance
In
unit?
total, I have had several maintenance units. This one, I believe, is very much similar to the others. There is no liking them. They just exist.
Are they more or less capable than the previous ones?
They are average. I can perform the tasks myself.
Oh.
ow.
In some of our cultures, being called average is in fact an insult.
I will take that into consideration.
But I'm sure you did not mean it that way.
I think
but
they did.
I thought I should translate.
I think they did mean it that way. Not only did they call them average, they said that I could do your job better than you. That is
I love it.
snippy.
That's a sassy ass.
I was merely informing him of his
Freaking love it.
capabilities and my own. I do not believe that is sassy.
And well, you informed them of your lack of need for
Yes.
them. And well,
Wait, is this
That's
his
that.
ship? Is this their ship?
The ship is... The ownership and the insurance policy is associated with the maintenance unit. I just perform the activities to maintain the ship and drive the ship and refuel the ship and go to the junkyards to... I perform most of the tasks.
but you technically do not have the authority to sell the
You
ship.
are correct. If there is a title search, I would not be on the title search for this ship.
Oh, I can fix that. Well, I'm gonna have to do some things to the ownership, and if we're gonna be selling the ship to get another ship, I'm gonna. Where is that at? I'm gonna look for that real quick.
Yeah, what do you need to make these changes?
Well, I need to see where that part of the thing is, so that I can. If it's a program, I can try to reprogram it. If it's all a matter of what I need, what it is physically, and then we'll see.
Innochi, you would know that there is a there's the screen that does all the navigation, but you can kind of click out of navigation to access all of the files relevant to the ship, ownership, insurance, like make and model, like user manual, etc. You could easily access it, but I'm sure as Quinn kind of approaches it, you know that you can't change it. It kind of requires authority over it requires the authority of the owner via voice recognition.
I will inform Quinn of these requisites.
Oh, then could you like get them on the horn, call them, and then just give me a certain number of vowels and consonants, and we can just figure that out real quick.
I will.
I need A, E, I, O, U, and then Fu, Fa, Pa, and K.
I lean to Vain and I'm like,
committing identity stuff in our second episode, gang.
Listen.
I lean to Vain and I'm like, what language is Quinn speaking? Sorry, to Vain.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll do it again. Astro leans back to Vain and goes, what language is Quinn speaking? I ain't heard it before.
I don't know either.
Oh. It's
Just
not
smile
Espanol,
and
is
nod.
it? No? Okay.
Espanol?
Espanol, that's what the scientist said, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
haven't heard of that language.
I know some words.
Oh, like what?
Adios.
Adios. What does adios mean?
I don't know, they say it whenever they left the room.
Oh.
So, whenever we leave the room, we can say adios.
I believe the
I've never heard
pronunciation is
pronounced that way
adios.
Sorry.
It's Adios now.
It's adios.
I
John Fuck Kennedy.
my spirit has left my body.
Puja, this is for you. This is for you, and
Alright,
half my family
sir.
lives in Texas.
Oh my god.
Innochi, are you going to call back up?
Yeah.
Or... Okay. Yay. So, you turn back on the communications line. There's a minute of silence. You coming
There
home?
is a question that I must ask you.
Just recording audio.
Was I
What?
being sassy?
You were being disobedient. I'm telling you to come home.
Disobedience is not in my coding.
You're not meant to leave the planet without me saying so. That is a disobedience, Kiki. Just, it's fine. Just come home. It's fine. They won't be here for like 2 days.
But you have
I need
to.
a foot. I need a foot and a k. I need 2 more.
Ask him about JFK.
Not John fucking Kennedy.
It is in this world.
Do I hear you being like John F. Kennedy?
Yes.
I have another question. Do you know who John fucking Kennedy is?
Who the fuck is John F? Who the fuck is John
Click.
Kennedy?
And that's how you do it.
Just give me like a moment, and I'll finagle some stuff. It's fine.
When I see Quinn do the click, it's like, those are the 2 questions that I have requested. I am still performing a task. This is me informing you that I have left the planet. Adios, and then we'll turn it off.
Yeah! Adios!
I'm sorry.
Adios!
You know what? I'm saluting to you, soldier. That was
Standing fucking ovation.
knows.
We love a callback.
Love it.
Yes,
Love
we
it.
do.
And Innochi will sort of turn to everyone and be like, "Is that all that you require?"
Yeah, I think that's that. Like looking at the audio log, I can make that work. That's we'll see what we can do with this. And I will use a computer's check to swip and swap and maneuver for voice recognition software. To
Nice.
use that.
All right. roll engineering.
Can I help as an engineer?
Oh, I'm an engineer too.
Oh my god.
Slay. That's the thing I'm good at. I have a +7.
Let me just see if the help action is and stuff.
Well, this would be a computer's check, not an engineering check.
Oh, never mind. Let's see.
A
Yes.
computer's check?
This is to operate,
Oh.
manipulate, and hack into
Yes.
computer systems. If you don't have physical access to computer systems, hacking kit, etc., etc.
I did not see computers in my list. I see it now, but I didn't see it originally. So
Do I get the
will-
help
yes.
or no?
Roll computers. Let me quickly check.
Adios.
Adios.
Adios. Ah.
There's like a moment where it looks like the buffering, like Innochi is thinking, and there's just this very like structured extension of the hand and a little like thumbs up to you all, and then he just goes to sit back down.
Amazing. Love it.
Are you trained
I
in
am.
computers, Quinn? So, there is a rule in Starfinder, just to let everyone else know as well, in which if you are not in immediate danger, or if it's not like a rush job, if you're taking your time, which I assume you are because you're at rest stop currently, you can decide to take 10, in which instead of rolling, you can just take the 10 and add if you are trained in that skill. And so if you are trained, you can take 10, or if you would like to take your chances and to get a higher roll, you can roll.
I mean, I'll take my time. We're not like I haven't set that con up yet, so I'll just take my time with it. Make sure we get real good.
It says that GMs can roll for a help action if needed.
Amazing.
All right, so wait, do I get the help action or no?
So you can, you have a couple of options. You can take 10, in which you don't have to roll. You can just make it that you roll the 10 and then add
Gotcha.
your modifier. Or if you do decide to roll, if someone is helping you, you can.
I'll do
roll
that
with
one.
advantage. All right.
Ooh, that's a 17 on the die. Plus 7 is 20. Oh no. 24?
It's okay.
This, with how old this ship is, and how basic, this is child's play to you. It's easy enough.
For a lot of it, I just repeat the word fuck over because it's funny. And just mixing and matching the letters and consonants and vowels to have perfect bypass for the voice recognition.
Yeah. Easy enough. Who do you change the ownership to?
I
for
changed the ownership, the ownership to a alias of mine. We're changing it to Alistair Lennox, and then I already have a profile for that identity all written up to make it seem more important and snazzy and easily. If a con man saw it, they would be like, "I'm gonna con that guy out of all his money and get everything I want from him, so we can get more."
Phenomenal. All right. So you arrive at this rest stop. Quinn, you will watch Quinn work their magic. It's a little fascinating that he does it with ease. It's like there's a point in which you think he might be doing this with his eyes closed, but he's not. But it looks
Baaghi's
fast and
watching
cool.
very closely.
Yeah, it's very good. Not even like some of your best like tech guys on Sione could work as quick as Quinn is working right now.
Yes, it's fascinating.
But you arrive at this rest stop. It provides food, lodging, or fuel. You can take your pick.
I don't know. I mean, this doesn't have to be now, but at some point, Baaghi would like to, while we're, I guess, off the ship and kind of walking around, if we are buying food and stuff, Baaghi would like to find Vain and talk to them. But it doesn't have to be now. So if anyone else has other stuff to do,
I'm currently making I'm making a con story, so you'll have to like.
Okay.
So you have to forgive me. I'm becoming a different person. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. Oh, well, yeah, at that point, I don't know, I'm just picturing, like, we're in between aisles looking at, like, food. Baaghi will come up to Vain and ask, so, I had more questions about your story, but I didn't know if, others, well, honestly, if you wanted the others to know, but were you looking in any way for a Lisi Guardian?
I wasn't. It kind of ran into them in an alley.
What is your background, if I may ask it? You're hard to read.
Yeah, I get that. I'm a student. I was actually supposed to be...
Of what?
Oh, a Witchwarper.
Oh.
I was actually supposed to take a test before I came here, so there goes my solid A's. But, yeah.
Well, if it is helpful at all, I'm sure I can manage some references or a note for why you missed out on the test. I don't know if a letter from the Sione would be very helpful, but it couldn't hurt.
That would be great, actually, because I've never missed a test in my life. The anxiety, it peaked.
Oh, yes, well, I can imagine. But if it helps, this is one of the most intriguing, at least to me, parts of the unknown. I don't know how to describe. A mystery, a quest, a question mark.
Mm-hmm.
We at the Sione, we gather a lot of facts and keep note of them. So it's very interesting to come across things that have not that many facts attached. Where most of what you have are stories and conjecture. So it's important to find the answer.
It is. I agree.
And, well, if you are as good a student as you seem to be, I'm sure your help will be tremendously.
As yours.
Wonderful.
Oh, as yours.
But, I mean, we could have had this conversation, but I didn't know if, at least based on some other stories we've heard tonight, not everybody came in the most amicable of circumstances.
No. I actually kind of fled my home planet, so that's a whole other thing. But they have some muck. Would you like some muck?
Well, I've only ever read about it.
Listen.
So I would be remiss to not try it.
Perfect. So I go buy some muck.
One last...
Yes.
Oh, one more question. Because I did ask this to Astro, I feel like I should also ask you. Are you okay?
I'm as okay as I can be.
Is there anything that could make things better that perhaps I can be helpful for?
There's a few people I'm looking out for. So, one is the Elise Guardian, and then the other is my old teacher. He left under mysterious circumstances, and I really want to know what happened to them.
Well, mysterious circumstances are my favorite.
I got that reading off of you.
Yes! I mean, I've never been in a place that required me to hide that.
And no,
I love knowledge, and I love finding out answers and what really happened.
no, me too. I think we're gonna get along.
I think so too.
All right.
You enter the next aisle and you see Astro eating straight out of a bin.
Oh,
In
baby!
my brain, I imagine it to be like pickles, like dill pickle
Innochi.
chips.
Oh my god!
And Innochi has just like condiments and like drinks and like together not any
There's like a
sustainable food
bin in the
whatsoever,
trolley
but
as
just
well,
things
because
that-
that's like what
yeah.
Astro wanted. So there's like a rubbish bin,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
sauces, and chips.
Oh!
Oh,
Is that Astro's, like, preferred receptacle for food?
Well, like, I don't know. I think Astro's been dumpster diving, like, its entire
Oh,
life. Or, like, fed, like kibble by scientists, and dumpster diving was preferable to kibble. So I think...
Yeah.
I think a trash can invites a sense of adventure, you know?
It's just a really big bowl.
it is
Yeah.
a
It's a
really big
salad.
bowl.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Inoki Astro.
Yeah.
What you got there?
I got some spicy dill pickle chips.
It says 1 pallet of mustard and puts it into.
Oh, mustard.
Innoki and I did a lot of good work.
You did. You're doing great. Keep it up. I don't have the heart to tell them.
Yeah, Baaghi just looks at Vain and is like, we should get more supplies.
Yeah, there, let's go.
Oh no.
They're babies.
I'm going to say, because you're at a rest stop, if you're just getting like food, supplies, and fuel, all of that together, I'm gonna make up a number in my head. Let's put it at like 30 credits.
30 credits.
In total for all of the food, the fuel, any other supplies that you might want on
Do we all have starting credits, or do we?
Mhm. So, when you created your character, you started off with 1,000 credits,
Oh.
and then any armor, weapons, equipment that you have would be taken off the total.
Yeah.
I-
Well, I think
If you didn't do that, I can run that through.
Yeah,
I can run.
I
that.
did not.
I
do
have
that.
22 credits, but I have other stuff that I can sell if it's not necessary.
I also have not kitted out, but I did get one like armor thing, but I do have 750 credits, and I don't think Baaghi's gonna be very armor like weaponed up. That's not her purpose.
Yeah.
So yeah, Baaghi should have enough. Plus, she has the backing of an institution, so it makes sense that she comes with
A little more.
a little bit more in her pockets.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Quinn, are you doing anything aside from building up your?
I think honestly, he's a bit busy with that, but he is making sure that they do have provisions worth it. He's got, if I look at my credits, he's got like 340 credits left. So he's got some kind of income to make sure that we get the best, not the best, well, the most longevity wise of equipment, food, oxygen masks if things go awry on the ship that we're procuring later. Or even this one that we're on right now, because we need it for a last leg before we can get to a place with a ship, right? That's interesting. So yeah, we'll make sure that we have, just in case an emergency happens and we have to get off this ship as quick as possible, make sure that that's taken care of. But a majority of his time is being spent with making the cover identity and the identity of his story, of his con. So.
Oh. Yeah. I will say that that was all of that time. I will say, because unless you guys are specifically in a rush, you guys probably just kind of stretched your legs and like dawdled for a little bit. So probably like an hour that you guys were kind of there and checking everything out. But nonetheless, you fuel up. Got all of your food, sustainable items that you might need, and you head off through this expansive universe. You've still got quite a ways to go until you get to your second checkpoint. But you know all of each other's names. You've talked, you've acquiesced with each other. And there is a hint of friendship in the air. You've all shared laughs, you've shared stories. Even Quinn, who seemed very standoffish when you first met them, was joining in towards the end. And I think that's a really good spot to end.
Yeah. Oh la la.
Ooh la la.
So, yay! Thank you all so much for playing with me, and thank you to everyone that's watching and listening. We are here every second Friday on Twitter Party Kiss. We will be streaming, but I also will be releasing podcasts. I will note that probably by the time that this is released, I will hopefully have caught up by releasing all of the podcasts, but if not, editing takes a long time. So the podcast will be on a slow release than the VODs, but yeah. I don't know if I can't remember if I did this last session. I'm so sorry if I didn't, but let's go around to my players and let them promo up their stuff that they're doing, because I'm with so many talented people who deserve to upsell themselves. Madeleine.
Thank you for starting with me. I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to think if the other project I'm doing has been announced by now, but I'm gonna assume no. So just keep your eyes peeled.
I will say this.
Yeah.
Will be released on the 8th of next month.
Yeah, I don't even know if it'll be released then. So I'll just say, hey friends, please keep your eyes peeled on my Twitter. That's at the Goose Girl. That's where I just put all my stream of consciousness thoughts, and maybe I'll tweet something from the day we're recording, and it'll make sense when you read it, because I did tweet today. The F in John F. Kennedy stands for John fucking Kennedy, so you'll know what that means. You'll know what that means later. Yeah, so just please go follow me, the Goose Girl, on Twitch, Twitter-esque sites, and TikTok, and yeah, and just please keep up with me. Thank you.
Amazing. Christian.
Hi everybody, hey, my name is Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba, all over the internets. I'm a TTRPG performer and an educator in here in the space. Projects I'm proud of, or projects that are coming out. By now, I think if this is getting released in March, Unprepared Casters, here and back again. Arc should be finished up, maybe. That is, we played Wanderhome. We were a bunch of little guys. That was really fun. That's a blast. And on Telltale Hearts, a new all-black cowboy game using the Haunted West system. Should be starting to come out by now. It has been a blast. It's in myself, Cinder Scoria, Noir Enigma, Laura Tutu, and Mad Dr. Rob. We did a little cowboy game, and it got... We killed a lot of racists. We killed a lot of... Because this was...
Yay!
Happy
Black
Black History
History
Month
Month.
when we filmed this. So we killed a lot of bad old men. It was great. But also dealt with some saint stuff and some devil stuff. It was crazy. Because Haunted West. Woo! And that's me. Those are the two big projects that I've been...
Ah, phenomenal, amazing, talented Lay.
Hello, I am Lay. I am a cosplayer as well as a TTRPG content creator. So keep your eye out on TikTok at _nightly for cosplays or little D&D clips, tabletop RPG clips. I'm also on Twitch, which is Nightly Cosplay, and I play a lot of Lethal Company on there. But yeah, listen, that's me.
Phenomenal.
Hey everyone, I was playing Innochi. Thank you for listening to my silly little guy who's actually 7 feet tall. You can find me on on Twitter under Wasabotte, which is WASABOTTE. That is where I predominantly am. Other socials are difficult because I can't handle too many things at one time. I can't really talk about stuff that I'm in at the moment, but there is stuff cooking. So, tune in, and there'll be cool stuff. I also write things, but now I did little plays, actual plays like this, which is exciting and fun. But yeah.
Very fun. Puja.
Hello, everybody. Again, I am Puja, who is playing way more talkative a character than I imagined, and for that I apologize. I usually like to play a one brain cell little guy. This was my error. But you can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky as Puja and Fujabaraki everywhere else. And as for things that are ongoing, on Wednesdays I'm on Manapot Studios playing Streets of Gotham, where we play a bunch of former Gotham henchfolk. And I play the wife of Harley Quinn. My name is Manny, because Manny Quinn. It's great. I'm a menace. And then, of course, here. And on Saturday afternoons, I'm on Total Party Kiss, playing Strange Hungers, where we have an ongoing, long-form, all-queer D&D horror campaign. It's best. It's dark. And my personal mission is to have the whole party kiss at some point. Because, we have to live up to
the name.
But yeah.
Amazing.
I'm
Phenomenal.
very happy to be here and very excited I get to play with all these friends.
Yay. I'm so incredibly happy. You know me. I'm the GM. Depthe, like the ocean. Chaotic funny everywhere. I get mocked here regularly. Anything that I'm doing you can find on my socials. This is kind of my biggest project at the moment. I'm doing all the editing, the GMing, It's tiring, but I love it because my players make me laugh for an hour straight. It's phenomenal. I'm also on Tragedy of the Illusion with Christian on Sundays occasionally. Our schedule's so messed up, it's hard.
We'll get there. We'll come back. We'll come back. I swear. It'll happen.
Alright. Thank you all so much for watching and